Hello again. So you've got your Capture and Convert plugin set up. You've got your email synced. We're ready to start creating forms. I want to go through and show you how you can customize these forms to make them match your brand or make them stand out, and even walk you through a live scenario of how I'm using one of these forms. So we're over here on the back end, and this is an agency website called WordPress. We are a digital marketing agency down here in Miami, Florida. We offer a bunch of different services and create quite a bit of blog content. And within that blog content, we like to use Capture and Convert, try and either drive social shares, follows, or email submissions. So this specific one, we chose to use an email capture form because we're talking about how to write an SEO proposal, and we're also giving away a template. So in this case, we felt like this was a very strong value proposition, and getting access to it was worth more than a social share or a social follow. We wanted to get their email, and then after we got their email, we then have them on a follow-up sequence to try and convert them into one of our training platforms customers. So anyways, this is the form that we went with. This is just one of the templated forms, but let's go back through and customize it a little bit and clean it up a little bit, because I think it's a little bit bland right now. I think we can do better. So if you wanted to create a new one, you'd obviously go to add new and then select which widget you want. But since this one is already done, I'm just going to go in and edit it. So here it is right here, the email to unlock the SEO proposal. Now there's a few things we could do. We could start by changing the form's design. I'm going to leave this real quick because I want to go through and customize it a little bit and show you how I can get it to match my brand a little bit. So the form text, these look good. I think the copy is okay. Make sure I got my email integration set up. We're good. I got my active campaign list in here. And this is where we can start to customize a little bit. So I chose to not use the name field in here too. I usually like to just have the email address because a lot of our other email lists does not have names attached to it. So adding a name here adds a little bit more friction on the form, but it also then won't match our mass database. Also, a lot of times people give the wrong name or they spell it wrong. So when you're sending emails and trying to personalize it, it's misspelling their name. So it's kind of useless. So I like to skip that. So now we're going to look at the text boxes. So the text boxes font is Roboto. Roboto is a nice font, but the font we use on our website is Lato. So I'm just going to select this here, leave this as is. And then the border color here. So I'm going to make this match our brand. So you should know your brand's colors. I have mine copied here. This is our brand's blue. So I'm just going to select this color now. And then in here, I'm going to paste in that number. And you can see that changed to blue right there. I like that a lot better. Now the form text, you can see that these are also Roboto. I'm going to make these Lato as well to make them match our font. I also like to change the weight. I like to use the heavier fonts for the headlines. So you can see it just bolded up a little bit. I think it stands out. I like that. And then I'm going to change this one to Lato as well. Now this form does not offer icons or background changes. I can, however, change the background color if I wanted to. So for example, we could make this look blue and see how this looks. I don't really like it, even though we could change the fonts, make these white. I do like it as white. I think this one is a little bit cleaner just for this design style. Could go through and change the button here too. So let's paste in our blue there. So this looks a lot better. We can also, of course, change the bottom here, make it dark, clear, kind of like it light. Again, this is just a very simple form. But let's go through and let's do something a little bit more complicated now. So I like that. I actually like clean, simple forms. I don't like to do anything crazy. If I wanted to do something very branded, what I would do is I would take a form like this one here, and I would change the background color to match. So for example, right here, and then I would just go ahead and change that. This then becomes a lot more on brand. I like this a lot. Again, we could just change this to white, change this to yellow, whatever it is that we want. Another one I really like is actually this basic one here, because what we can do here, which is kind of fun, is we can customize this lock up here. So if we go to use custom image, select icon. I actually like to stick emojis in here. I think they look pretty cool. So we could stick in this raise hands icon. I really like this one. This one's really cool. But then what's also really cool is you can add in GIFs in here. So if we stick this in, that then moves. That's really cool. This is another one that I really like to use a lot. I use this on pretty much all of my websites. Another really fun one is this image background one. So of course we can customize all these things, but this one we're also able to customize the background image. So this one I just grabbed a stock image that has a proposal and then I stuck in the background. That is really clean. I like that a lot. I'm actually going to save this one and use it as the default for the form. But as I hope you guys are seeing is that there's limitless ways that you can go through these and customize them. I think they look amazing as is, but there's a lot of really cool things that you can do with just a very few simple clicks to make them match your brand or make them match the content that you're trying to promote, just like we did here with this proposal background. So as always, if you guys enjoyed this video, if you guys have any questions, leave them in the likes or comments below, and I'll see you in the next one.